This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Shalom, Israel. Shalom. All praises to the Heavenly Father. Shalom to Israel in the four corners of the earth. This video, we're gonna go into the show Snowfall. The show Snowfall is a good example, perfect example, great example of how when we follow after the so-called white man's money, when we follow after his ways, when we do wicked things to gain riches in this world, this is what happens. The Most High God brings you down, man. And I don't know if y'all watch this show, but this is his latter end. This is the latter end of so-called Franklin Saint right here, man. He became a so-called bum.
But it's all good.
Look at him. Right? I got it queued up a little bit.
But it's all good.
We gonna watch this real quick.
What we gonna do is we gonna go through the back, cause they don't watch the alley. Well, come on then, nigga, shit.
Look at him.
Bougie ass ain't trying to stay in this shithole.
This man was worth $70-something million. He was worth $70-some million. So we see how the Most High God, he brought this man down, man. He made this guy very, very poor and took away and stripped away his riches. Why? Because this man, he was following after the ways of these sinners, man. The wicked. Let's get this real quick. Let's get Sirach 11. You're gonna start at verse 21. It says, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Most High, and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Most High on the sudden to make a poor man rich. It's an easy thing, man, for the Most High God to make a poor man rich. And also it's an easy thing for the Most High God to strip you from your riches. Because that's literally what the Most High God does, man. He brings down and humbles down the pride. Right? Let's get this real quick. Let's get this Sirach 10. Let me see. We're going to read this right here. Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Most High, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of men, and upon the person of his scribe he will lay his honor. That's how the Most High God moves. Whomever he wants, whomever he chooses, that's who he will put his favor upon. Right? He puts his favor upon the Israelites as a nation, and he puts destruction upon the heathens. Right? That's the latter end. But our people, they love following the ways of the so-called white man. Why is that? Not understanding the end of the so-called white man is destruction. Their end is poverty. Their end is wrath of Yahweh. Right? Let's get this. Let me get this real quick. Let's go to Genesis real quick. Let's get an idea of who the so-called white man is and why they worship and love money so much. Genesis chapter 36 and verse 1. It says, now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Okay, let's see that. Let's see the first son of Esau. Let's see what he's called him. And Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz. And let's see the etymology of Eliphaz real quick. Eliphaz, right? H464. It says God of gold. That's who Esau named his firstborn son. Esau's God is gold, man. That's who Esau follows after. He wants that bread. He wants that gold. That's why he walks around, rape, rob, and murder everybody and steals. You know, he steals from everybody. And our people don't understand that. That's a trait of the heathens, especially Edomites. His God is gold. That's who he named his firstborn son. That's his God, man. And so our people to marvel at the ways of the ungodly, the sinners, and the so-called white man. We only setting ourselves up for destruction. We only setting ourselves up to end up like this. Look at this guy now. Look at this guy.
Okay. Okay.
Look at this guy.
So, when you get back? A little while ago. Leon. Go to Africa, come back. Go to Africa.
Look at this guy, man.
I'm gonna start calling you Yo-Yo, nigga. Yo-Yo!
Yo, my man is bugged out. He became bugged out. He became bugged out. How? Because he was following after his oppressor. Look at my man. Right? He thought he had $78 million. But now the Most High God came and put him down. Let me get this real quick. Let's get to Daniel 4, I believe, 17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. So the Most High God, he does what he wants. He brings you up, he brings you down. And right now, he brought this man down right there, man. He's the one who ruled in this. Look, let me bring this real quick. When you watch the show, you see how this man, he did any and everything just to get his money. But the Most High brought him down because this guy, he was wicked, man. He was killing and oppressing his own people. He was violating his own family, threatening his own family, just because he wanted that money. Actually, let me get this real quick before. Let's get this real quick right here. Where we at? Salakia. Hold on. Right here. No. Right here, man. There you go. Check this out real quick. It's the same people.
Hey, thanks for having my back with that motherfucker. You know, he want to take over and shit. Guard the car.
Look, he heated right now. Why he so heated? Because, well, it's going to tell you. Because he loves that money.
You know, I got all this shit hanging over my head. But you off trying to start a war with our partners. The nigga diss me every time I see him. Acting like he the one in charge and shit. In Compton, he is the one. You lose.
Look at his face.
You fight with that nigga, and I'm the one that pays for it.
Look at his face.
And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be?
Look.
Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new club? You don't mean that shit? The fuck I don't.
Look at his face.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Look at this guy. You see that? Look at this. Look.
Drive, motherfucker!
And that's his right hand man. That's his right hand. And we see now his right hand man's came, you know, towards the end of the show, right? Came back and check up on him. His right hand man's left the life behind. But this guy, you know, he's just crazy. Now he turned crazy. Look at him now.
Oh! That's actually a better nickname.
Look at him. He was worth 70-some millions of dollars, man. Now check this out. Because our people, you love to get in that money, grind hard. But you don't understand the latter end, man. Especially when you get it the wrong way. The latter end is even worse for you. This right here. It's Luke 12. We're going to start at verse. We're going to start at right here. Actually, I'll start at 13. It says, and one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother that he divide the inheritance with me. Money problems. Let's see what Yahushua said. It says, and he said unto him, Men, who made me a judge or a divider over you? And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness. You see that? Don't covet, man. That's part of the so-called 10 Commandments. That's the last one of it. You can't covet, man. Always envy your oppressors for money. About their money, about their well-being. Take heed and beware of covetousness. Now, before let's get it real quick in Proverbs, real quick. The classic. It says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You're not supposed to choose none of their ways. Why is that? Why are you not supposed to choose none of the ways of these oppressors? All right, it's because let's get this real quick, and then we're gonna go back to Luke. This is Job chapter 20. We're gonna start at verse. We're gonna start at verse. We're gonna start at verse 25. It says, well, I started at 24. It says, he shall flee from iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. That's what happened to Franklin. He was fleeing from guns, from bullets. These are iron weapons, man. Now, we know us as well, our people, they're going to flee from these guns, from these nuclear weapons and all that stuff that's going to come upon the earth. And Esau themselves as well, the wicked, the real wicked ones, they're going to flee from iron weapon as well, man. From these bullets, from these guns they're going to have. Right? Verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. This place, all the electricities, all that stuff gonna go out. It's only gonna be darkness over here. The cloud gonna be the piles of mushroom clouds will cover up the sun and the moon and the stars. It's gonna be complete utter darkness over here, man. Destruction, right? It says, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacles. All those that follow after the so-called white man, you dwell in their tabernacle. You wanna prosper in their society. It's gonna go ill with you. And not that ill, that New York slang ill, like, yo, what's up, son? Yo, that's ill, son. That's not that type of ill, nah. It's talking about that ill, that illness. The true meaning of the word. Sickness, wrath, destruction, famine, murdering, robbing, raping. All that stuff, man. That's what's gonna happen to those that loves and dwell and follow after the ways of their oppressors. That's what happened to so-called Franklin Saint. Verse 27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And the Most High God has been revealing the so-called white man's iniquity. Look at right now. They put a show so-called Snowfall, and we watching the show. He think, we just gonna watch it and be brainwashed and things like that. But the show is actually revealing how the so-called white man destroyed our neighborhoods, how the so-called white man manipulates our people, even those that they themselves put in power, like Franklin Saint. They manipulate. He got manipulated crazy. That's why he lost his mind. So the truth is coming out, whether through their movies, whether when brothers do research, reading up on history, reading up the Bible, we see their wickedness is being revealed. Their secrets is being revealed. Verse 28, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. All his goods will flow away, and all his increase will depart, just like it did for Franklin Saint. All his goods departed. He has 70-some millions of dollars. And yet the so-called white man with the snap of a finger, vanished. Just like they did so-called Kanye West. Vanished. No, he had so-called 10 billions of dollars. At one point, he was the richest so-called black man ever lived. Richest Israelite, so-called. They say he had 10 billion in this monetary system. Of course, we know Solomon was the richest. But he had so-called over 10 billions of dollars. Was worth over 10 billions of dollars. But like this, now he only has 500 mil. Still a lot, but nonetheless. Snap of a finger. Flow away. And of course, for the so-called white man, thief in the night, all I gotta say. Like a thief in the night. That's what's gonna happen to them. All of a sudden, it's gonna be midnight. Boom! And it's gone. Right? Verse 29. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High God. That's their portion. That's their heritage. Destruction. So when you envy your oppressor, you're envying them to get destroyed. You're envying their oppressor. You want to deal with their own destruction. That's what you're doing. You're killing yourself, man. You setting yourself up for destruction, because the Most High God sets up the wicked, these wicked men, as examples to be destroyed. Let's go back to Luke chapter 12. Right? Luke 12. Right? It says, I'm gonna read on to 15. I'm gonna read to 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. And that's what Franklin Saint didn't understand. It's not about the amount of money you got, amount of gold, amount of shoes, amount of this, amount of cars you have. That's not what your life consists of, man. You got to get that understanding, Israel. But our people, that's what makes them valuable, high value men. You're a so-called high value man. Although I agree with a lot of things that these men are saying out there concerning the so-called red pill community, but they make what they say make you a high value is money, and that's not so. The scripture says it. That's not so. That's not what makes you a high value is if you keep those men who are keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, following after the ways of Yahweh Bas and Yahushua, and loving the nation and looking out for the nation and judging according to righteous judgments. That's who are high value men. They're so much high value, the Most High God will keep them safe when all hell break loose. The Most High God will give them all the riches of the earth when all is said and done. That's something that's valuable. You give them, or you pamper them, right? That's when the Most High will pamper you once you actually do what's right, which is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Repent and come back as a nation of Israel, and you judge the earth righteously, man. But we're going to read on. Verse 16, it says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. And that's what Franklin Saint was trying to do. He was trying to get out the game. He was trying to, transition to real estate and commercial properties and things like that. He was trying to, do his thing. But these are ill-gotten money. That's one. And two, this guy, he was not doing what he was supposed to do, which is following the ways of the Most High. Let me get this real quick before I continue. Haggai chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 9. We're going to go straight to the point. Verse 9. It says, ye look for much, and lo, it came too little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Most High said, you had all this, and when you brought it home, I blew upon it. When you set yourself up to win and everything, I blew upon it. Right? It says, why? Now you say, why did you do that, Most High? Saith Yahweh, Lord of hosts, because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house. Most High said, because you're not building my house, the house of Israel. You're not building that up, man. You're not building the nation of Israel back up. You're only building things like Franklin said, I built this brick by brick. So I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because we don't like the way another nigga talk. Right? That's what he said in that other clip. Hey, the Most High God blew up. Look at him now. Look at him. The Most High God blew upon it, man. This man is looking crazy right now, man. Look like he got rabies or something, man. The Most High God blew upon all his 70-something millions of dollars. So you gotta understand, the Most High God's not dealing with that. Right? We're gonna read on. Verse 10, therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruits. That's why our people have a hard time making money or keeping money. Right here in the verse 6, it says, I'm gonna just read the latter end. It says, and he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. You put money in your pocket, your pocket's got holes in it. Your bank account's got holes in it, because every time you have money, it goes away. From bills to money you owed, from going out partying, buying clothes, buying cars, spending money on your baby mamas, all that stuff, man. You have bags with holes, and the Most High God, that's him blowing upon it, and that's him making the heaven as dew, stayed from dew, meaning it's not raining. You need rain for the crops to grow. It's not raining for you to get food, for the animals to drink. You don't have no rain. You need that, right? And also, it says the earth is stayed from her fruits. Now every time your crops grow, some animals come and eat it. Birds come and eat it. Them caterpillars come and eat it, right? Verse 11, it says, and I called for a drought upon the land and upon the mountains and upon the corn and upon the new wine and upon the oil and upon that which the ground bringeth forth and upon men and upon cattle and upon all the labor of the hands. The Most High God's not missing a beat. He makes sure that you made money. Let's get this real quick. You made some type of money. But it's by what? Let's get this. This is Sirach 10 and verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. And this man right here, he got all his money by deceit and unrighteous dealings and injuries. He ain't had no righteous judgment. He killed for his money. Murdered, sold out, sold the drugs. Him selling the drugs itself, selling crack in the middle of your neighborhood for this money. Right? Therefore, the Most High God has translated riches from his hands. Right? Let's go back to Luke. So the Most High God's not playing, man. He will destroy you. I believe I was at verse 19. Luke chapter 12 and verse 19 says, this is the man talking, it says, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Now let's see what the Most High God says. But Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall these things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards Yahweh, towards God. You're not rich towards God, meaning you're not taking care of his house, of his people, loving his nation, and keeping his commandments, keeping the Sabbath, having your fringes on. If you're a woman, you have your dress. If you're a man, you have your beard, all that stuff. Hey, man, don't eat abominable things. All these things, you're not rich towards the Most High God. The Most High God will blow upon your physical riches. He will destroy it. The Most High God's not playing with Israel. That's why we're the ones that's always going through it. And we have to recognize when we see the so-called white man or a drug dealer or these rappers who are, they deceiving the people. These rappers who are rapping about killing, but they're not doing no killings. They rapping about drugs. They used to sell drugs, but now they're not selling. All these things, our women, they having dancing naked and just a thong on, see-through dresses. You can see their areola or whatever it is, their nipples or whatever. All that stuff is wickedness, is riches gotten by deceit, injuries. You're injuring our people's minds, our youth's minds especially, and our grown-ups too. Grown-ups, they're grown-ups. Let's get this real quick. Let's go to Psalm 73. Even King David got enticed before, Even King David got that, man. But guess what? At the end of the day, he through the precepts of the Most High, he understands, right? Through the wisdom of Yahweh and Yahushua. This is Psalm 73. We're going to start at verse 1. It says, truly, Yahweh, God is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, right? As for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Who? This is Asaph, not King David. This is Asaph, right? Asaph, he was like, listen, man, I was a fool. I was envious. I was envious of these damn foolish people at one point. I almost, he got into, I almost went left, right? I almost gave in to my temptations. I seen the money getting for these scammers, these rappers talking about they do this, they do that. You gotta sell your soul. I almost sold. These women talking about they got sick. You gotta shake your ass and wear this clothes, and that's how you're gonna get a high value men. Our women almost. Asaph said he almost fell into the trap, right? Because he saw the prosperity of the wicked, right? And he explains their prosperity. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. The so-called white man, these guys, they die peaceably. It seems like it. Emmett Till got killed, beat to death, man. And that woman, I don't remember her name, she recently died on her deathbed in her old age. She died so-called peaceably, but we understand the judgment of the Most High. She gonna, go to the lake of fire at the end of the day, and she will be eradicated at the end of the day. But on outside looking in, a person you don't understand what's going on, you're gonna be like, look at this. Emmett Till got killed, beat up. She died peaceably. I want to be white. I want to be prosperous like them. That's why, that's what our people be saying. That's what Franklin Saint said. But not understanding you're an Israelite, we have different duties, different morals, and different heritage. Right? Verse 5, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. These people, they not plagued like us. Right? Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They have more. They print the goddamn money, man. They have more than their heart could wish. But guess what? They pride as hell. And these guys, they love violence. They kill if you don't do their ways. Just ask Franklin Saint what the CIA agent that he was dealing with, forgot his name, how that man, he looks innocent. When you look at him, small eyes, puppy eyes, he looks like a scrawny little white boy walking around. Don't mess around with him. Hey, leave him alone, man. Come mess with me, bro. I'll beat you up if you mess with him. That's the type of face he has, to be honest. You would have never thought. But that man is wicked as hell. Wicked as hell. Very treacherous. Go behind your back and violate you. And when you watch when he confessed to Franklin the reason why he did that. Right? He confessed the reason is because he felt like he did this thing, man. Actually, let me see if I could get it. Damn, what was his name? What was his name? Right. Teddy. Okay. There you go. Let's get this. Let me see. Let's get this real quick, man. Let's get this.
Spends $250 billion a year on defense.
Look.
But you needed my pocket change.
Look. Just pocket, like we said. It's his pocket change. The 78 million is pocket change at the end of the day. But nonetheless, this thing is, you still got it by deceit.
You did, man.
This is the so-called white man. Look at him. Apart from the chest, bruised up chest and stuff like that. Of course, he looks wicked, right? Because all so-called Edomites, all Edomites, all so-called whites, they're wicked. They look wicked from the get-go. They look like they have no souls in their eyes, man. But nonetheless, you look like somebody who's not up to no good in the sense of, violating like that. No gangster. That's the real gangster. But he doesn't look like it. But listen to, he's finally gonna say some truth.
Why did you take my fucking money? It's not your fucking money.
Look, this is what our people don't understand, and they need to come to that realization. It's not your effing money. This is so-called white man's money. It's their face on it. Let me get this. It's their face on it. Let's go back right here. Let's go to Matthew. Right? It's not your money. Matthew 22, verse 20. It says, and he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things that are the Most High's. Hey, man, that's what it is. It's their money. It's their system. It's their everything, man. Check it. Look, he can't finally click to him.
Why did you take my fucking money? It's not your fucking money.
Salakia for the profanity, man. Look at him. What? Look. And all you Jakes who have millions and six figures and things like that and billions, you think it's your money. You say, I got $1 million. Oh, yeah? You got $1 million. Whose face is on the dollar? What are you talking about? Whose face is on the dollar? George Washington? That's your money? Yeah, because I work hard for it. Brother, it's not your money. Your face is not on it. Is your face not on it? It's not your money. It's theirs. And they're ruling over you with it. Yeah, they gave you a lot of theirs. They gave you more than most. But at the end of the day, they can take it away. Just like this man right here did to Franklin. Just like he did. And just like they did to Ye. Just like they did to Black Wall Street. Just like they did to a whole other things, man. These people, that's their money.
It's my operation.
Look.
What? It's my cocaine, and it's my operation.
See that?
I made you.
What
you are.
See that? That's what the so-called, and he right. He taking the blame. It's not a blame. He thinks he's taking. He's taking the glory. The word just left my mind. He's taking the reason. Damn, what the hell? Anyways, y'all know what I'm saying, right? He's saying I made you, but it's actually a blame, man. You made him. You made him into a monster. You turned him against his own people. You messed up his mind. You played him. And he's stupid for listening to you, right? That's why he ended up like this, right? And you ended up like this right here. That's Teddy right here on this side, right? He ended up getting killed before Franklin, right? But nonetheless, this guy, he made him, and it's not something to glory over. That's why the Most High will blame you for all the destruction of our people, even the destruction of 2/3. Esau got is to blame for that, because you guys made us like this. You destroyed our women's minds. You destroyed our children's minds. You destroyed our men's minds, and now we're devouring one another. Yeah, you made it. But at the end of the day, our people we need to come out of worshiping and following and envying our oppressors. Keep going.
Everything you have is because I allowed you to have it.
You hear that? Because he allowed him. He allowed him. And that's literally how the so-called white man feels. And that's literally that's literally how they move, man. You're driving on the streets in your car, in your Benz, in your Mitsubishi, in your Nissan. You're taking a bus, you're riding a train, you're riding your motorcycle, you're walking the cross path because I allow you to. You see the pride of their heart? This thing will get you boiled, man. That's literally how they think. Because they allow us to, man. And you got to understand, again, you see these guys, that's why when I watch things, I mainly watch things because I know they're going to snitch on themselves, man. They snitch on themselves. And this guy, that's literally how these guys think and how they view us as nothing. And he's allowing us to live. I gave you the driver's license. Why do I need a driver's license? You don't need a driver's license, but they giving you a license, meaning they allowing you to do something. A license to become a doctor, a license to drive, a license to have a business. They're allowing you. The pride of their heart, man. Check it.
And if I look around one day and I decide that those funds
And if I look around one day, not for any type of reason, if he looks and decides one day,
could be better spent trying to have,
check it.
it's because I allowed you to have it. And if I look around one day and I decide that those funds could be better spent trying to preserve our way of life, you are goddamn right that's what's gonna happen.
See that? The soonest all you rich folks, rich black folks, okay? All you billionaires and millionaires. As soon as a so-called white man decides and sees that the funds that he's giving you or the attention that he's giving you is beneficial, is beneficial to give to another or to shift it to something else and to strip you, they will do that with the heartbeat. If these people give you anything, it's because they are playing an angle and they don't give a damn about you. And our people now, we've developed that same character because we're following our oppressors. We're envying our oppressors. But we're not supposed to, because we're a nation. We're supposed to look out for our nation. They looking out for their nation, the well-being of their people. That's why they have us working hard, but that's because they want their nation to prosper, to keep on going, to go on forever. But our people, we're not understanding that. We think, oh, that was back then, but today's different. Oh no, my best friend name is Billy, and Billy is my good friend since I was in kindergarten. Listen, man, you better wake the hell up. You better wake the hell up.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. So did you even think for a second what that would do to me? What I'd have to do to try to get them back.
See that? And that's what Esau don't understand. Oppression maketh a wise man mad. Ecclesiastes 7:7. 7:10. Hey, you don't understand what this thing gonna do to us, man. It may turn us crazy. That is crazy. And guess what? It turns Yahweh Shai even more mad. That's why they're gonna get destruction. Yahweh Shai is us. Right? Yahweh Shai is an Israelite. So Yahweh Shai, when he returns, he's gonna destroy this place crazier. Let me get this real quick. Jeremiah 2:3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his of his increase. All that devour him shall offend, and evil shall come upon them, saith the Most High. You devour the Israelites, evil gonna come upon you. That's what the Most High God says. That's the latter end of the wicked. That's the heritage. So at the end of the day, Esau gonna get theirs, and our people gotta wake the hell up and stop following the ways of these damn wicked, man. The love of money.
No. Or yes. But you just didn't give a shit. I thought I would live with the consequences.
See that? He thinks he's gonna live with these consequences. He doesn't care that Yahweh Shai's coming back to fight him. God, that's why he has his Space Force ready. He thinks he could live with these consequences. But he gonna learn. He gonna learn. But guess what again, man? Our people, We keep following these guys. These guys, they don't love us, man. Following after a nation who does not love us. They don't pity us at all. This is what we are to them. Let's get 2 Peter. This is what we are to them. This is 2 Peter 2:1. Well, actually, I'm 2 and 3. It says, and through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you. These are the false prophets, our pastors. And where did these pastors learn? Who are our pastors? Our pastors are these popes. These damn those schools. Damn, what's going on, yo? Those schools, where the schools where these guys, they go and learn. What the hell? Them words is just leaving my mind. Anyways, but our so-called neighborhood pastors, they learn from the so-called white man, and the so-called white man is the one that's leading us. So they are the true false prophets, the true pastors of our people, and they're only making merchandise of us. That's what, and it's not regarding religion only. It's regarding even music. They only give the record execs, the people who own Spotify, the people who own Apple iTunes, and things like that. All these guys, they only love when we are talking about nonsense. They making merchandise of us. This man was confessing how he making merchandise of Franklin. And he didn't give a damn, man. He didn't care. He didn't care. He said you're gonna live with the consequences. You just a merchandise, man. You just a damn slave. I'm gonna live with it. I'll deal with it. I don't care, right? It says, with their feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. Their damnation doesn't slumber, and it's coming. And the damnation of our people who are following their footsteps, right? Our people following the so-called white man's footsteps and killing, raping, and robbing, and dealing unrighteously, and going after their money 24/7, and not looking out for the nation. Our people, they're gonna learn the hard way, right? Your damnation, your judgment, it's not gonna linger. It's not lingering. Trust me, it's gonna come. This man, his judgment, part of his judgment, I'll say, came right here. This man, he became a bum, homeless. He never got the so-called 70-something millions of dollars, man. And most of our guys not playing. Okay? The wicked does not go unpunished, man. Let's get this. Sirach 9:11. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. They're not gonna go unpunished. The Most High God have something for them, right? And these wicked men, the Most High God's not playing with them, man. He's reserving them for destruction in these last days. Their last end is destruction. Let's go back to 2 Peter. Where we at? 2 Peter. 2, I believe 17 I want. Let me see. Salaki, let me see. Hey, no, that's not what I want. Anyways, maybe 1 Peter. Let me see. Oh, 1 Peter 4:17. I think. Nah, that's not what I want. Let me think. It should be 2 Peter. It is in 2 Peter. Right. 2:9. 2 Peter 2:9. The Most High knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. Right? That's what Asaph was talking about. He was tempted, but the Most High delivered him. Right? And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Right? The unjust, they are reserved unto the day of judgment. Yeah, they might live 100 years, 200 years, and they still going on. Their system is still oppressing our people. But guess what? The Most High God is reserving them for punishment. And that punishment, you don't want to partake in it. Okay? Okay? Our people, we got to wake up in these lands. Let's go back to Psalm 73 and then we're going to wind down. Most High willing. Right? Psalm 73. Let's jump down real quick. I'm going to jump down. Verse 16. It says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Right? When he saw how the ungodly was prospering, have everything, so on and so forth. He says, it's painful for him. Right? Verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. That's when you're going to understand the latter end of the wicked men, so-called whites, and our people who are following after the so-called whites. Right? It says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou casteth them down into destruction. That's their latter end. That's what happened to Franklin. Yeah, he was living good for like about 10 years, right? But the Most High God, that those 10 years was not worth that eternity of destruction, or was not worth, even if it was those 2 seconds of destruction that happened to him. Right? And the so-called white man, all their ruling and oppressing and having money and things like that, it's not gonna be worth it when they have to live out their destruction. Right? Verse 19. How are they brought into desolation, as in a moment they are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. See that? The Most High God, when he wakes up, he gonna destroy their image. All the image of the so-called white man being the supreme being on earth, that will be destroyed. That suit and tie, clean shave, whoredom, prostitution, homo sapien, reality, all that stuff is gonna be destroyed. The Most High God will destroy that image. Verse 21, thus my heart was grieved and I was pricked in my reins, meaning he was like, oh man, why did I feel bad? Why did I feel bad for not having this, for not this, that, and third? Right? It says, so foolish was I and ignorant, I was as a beast before thee. Because these guys, they act like beasts. And when I envy them, I became like a beast as well. When you acted foolish, you acting like a beast. Okay? That's those beasts that is in Revelation and Book of Daniel. That's what it's going into. If you didn't know, by the way. Right? Verse 23. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. And the Most High God, that's how he moves. He's going to keep you as long as he's going to keep you safe in his word. As long as you don't give in to your temptations. And with that, I'm going to say, call halayim, la Yahweh, Bashim Mashah, Woman La Adonai, Yahushai, Kum Yasala.